Hi, this is Maggie, and this is part 2 talking about the Creativate tablet app. And again, I'm trying to keep these to just 10 minutes. I have a little timer over here, so you can just watch each one. Part of that is because you cannot break the app. You open it, you can use your finger and tap on different things and move around. And really, the best way to learn it is to simply play around with it. But I'll be honest, having a little bit of an intro does help. So we've had some questions come in. I covered a few of these yesterday, but I thought I'd really highlight them. Anybody with any machine type who has embroidery software, doesn't have embroidery software, can download the Creativate app. There is a basic free version. If you have the Creativate embroidery software subscription that runs on your desktop laptop, there are more features than you get in the free version of the tablet app. Okay, so there's 2 different levels. And when I am working here, and what I'm showing in this video is the more fully featured app. But if you don't have a subscription, I would still say try it out and see if it's something you want to play around with. Okay, so the free one does have 11 fonts. If you want to add names for Christmas stockings, maybe gift tags, make a little phrase under one of the embroidery designs you already have, you can do that because you can open any embroidery design, any format, copy, paste, delete, duplicate, move, rotate, scale. Now, scale is different than resize. The resize is only available for people with the subscription. That will change your stitch count if you make your design much bigger or much smaller. Scale, you can use, people say 10, 15%. If you want a dense design to look looser, make it a little bigger. And if you shrink a design, know it's going to come out just a little bit denser. And you can also change thread colors on the free. The deal is it does only save as a VP4 format. So it only works on Singer, Husqvarna Viking, or FAF Wi-Fi machines. Now, you can get the free desktop version from the Creativate website, and that will change formats for you. The main thing is it means that you need more than a tablet to run the software because you need some way to change the format to get it to your machine. And also the send from the program only works to a Singer, Husqvarna Viking, FAF, which we call SVP, Wi-Fi machine. So for those of us, I have a Topaz 50 with machines that take a USB. You need a way to get the file onto a USB. Now tablets, the iPads do have connection cables, so you can get the proper connection cable to attach a USB to the machine and then to your tablet and download it, or you can download it if you do have a desktop as you normally do, okay? Now, our Facebook group is really the place to get questions answered. After this has been up for a while, I may forget to come back and check and see if anybody's questioning things over on YouTube. Well, it's all fresh in my mind, for the next month. I'll be checking them regularly. And the other thing I'd mentioned before, you want to just tap with your finger on the tablet. You can use a tablet pencil as well. I understand there are some really inexpensive versions people can get on Amazon. I have not played with those. And the little black square with the white circle is part of what I'm using as a video tool, and I'm trying to remember to circle things and highlight them for you. But in truth, part 1 was the very first video I ever did on an iPad, and sometimes I forget to swirl the little black square around things so you can see my highlighter tool. I'm doing better, I think. And we've also had questions, people couldn't find the app. Something about how the Apple App Store works on search that they couldn't change the name from MySonnet to Creativate. So if you search in the Apple iPad store for MySonnet, Creativate is the first app that comes up. You can also get it through the Creativate website. And when you first open the app, you'll see here it says Alight. That is my subscription level up by my name. I don't bother to put in my machines because I don't have a Wi-Fi machine. We're only using the embroidery part of the software. Okay, there's the sewing assistant for people with Wi-Fi machines. Crafting is only for the Memento software, Memento cutting machine. It will not work with other cutting machines. Some people enjoy the quilting or the fabric stash pieces. These are all in the free app, and at this point they're all the same across the free basic app. And you get them on creativate.com. Okay, let's go. We're continuing from part 1. Okay, here we go. And I am going to open one of my recents, the snowflake. And you'll see it says open in Canvas. There's my little highlighter tool. So this right here, when I tapped on it, there we go. Took me a minute, I had to tap a couple times. My finger might be cold. What's happening is I am on a satellite connection and it is going to the vault to get my copy. The vault does have some free storage. So if you're going for everything free and you don't have a subscription, you can still have the cloud storage of Vault and have files saved there and download them. Now what I wanted to show you, and I'm going to put my fingers on the screen and increase the size so you can see what I've done, is because the name Max is short and I wanted longer legs for my snowflake, I added some of the corners from the frame. So you see I've got 1, 2 corners. And after I added these 2 corners simply on the name Max, then I could flip it, and a lot of the snowflakes use this flipping of the word or the name that you're using. And once I flipped it and grouped it, then I could put a corner that would cover the whole group. So we're gonna do this, and it came on either end, so that I really like this particular flourish for the center of a snowflake. And I'll show you how to do these things, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing. It's the lettering and the flourishes on the end to make this name longer, or you could put 1 flourish if you have a smaller name. Then when it's grouped, another flourish, and then we've gone up to the multiply tool and done 6 and got them where we wanted them. Okay? I did want to show you a couple of other things. So if I go to Framer Flourish, and where did I see that? I'm on Flourishes, and there's one here, looks like a crown. If you don't have it on top of anything, it will be sized rather large. But what I'm wanting to show you on this is these things here. So with these, if you put your finger on it, it flips it, sort of like a mirror command. So you can flip it sideways or up and down. And I'm going to undo that. And the thing about this is when you do lettering, it comes in without those, okay? You do not have the ability with the lettering to just simply flip it. Now with this highlighted, I can hit, what I hit was this guy here for delete. And the other thing I wanted to show you is there are a few ways, when we do the snowflakes, you have one word or name, and then people flip it over and you have the mirror on the leg, like I just showed you. So what you can do is you can go up here and say duplicate, and then you can go over here if you want. There's a few ways to do it. You could actually just grab the little, this little circle thing here anytime you want to rotate. This is how it works on the laptop as well. And I chose my name because I've got the two G's. So, you know, if you're doing a snowflake and you don't want your legs really fat, maybe you want to stagger them. Now notice that with this, when I swirl it around, one capital M is over here and one is over here. And you do not get the effect of having it flipped with the M here. Okay, we're going to delete that one because that was using this. No, actually, we'll put it back like this. Once you've duplicated it and you have two, you can go over here and it's under transform, which is this guy here. You'll see we have the rotates, and you can do degrees, or you can just click 90 degrees. You can also change the size here and keep it locked or not. This is a very useful screen to be aware of under editing with the pencil, of course, transform. So we can go 290s, and again we have to click out of there. Whoop, whoop. That's my, have to remember my little highlighter doesn't do whatever. But as you can see, it still is going to have the M on the other side, and that is just how we're working it in this app. You can mirror in the app, and I wanted to show you that as well. I don't use it because, see, I tend to do my name or other people in my family, and the bottom part of the G is called a descender. And anytime you have these, if you mirror, you're going to have a really fat piece for the name or word. And you can mirror by going up here to enable multiply. And you click mirror on or off, and you have repeats at 2. Now, when we mirror, I'm going to tap back so you can see. The first mirror is going to be horizontal, and that isn't what you want. But by simply moving this around and playing with your finger, you can swirl it, kind of line it up on the lines, and then grab it and go the other way, and you have a mirror. But you see how you've got the two descenders there, and you can't, once you hit mirror, it's going to mirror. It's not going to let you offset one to offset these descenders. So I tend to flip the other way, but if you have a word or a name without these little bottom pieces and you want to mirror, then you go up here once you have an item to your multiply and choose to have mirror on. If you do not cancel, even if you close, this will stay there and you'll see it even though you haven't hit apply. So you do need to cancel out if you don't want that. It looks like we are definitely going to have a part 3 because I keep seeing things that it's like, oh, well, I should show you how to do this as well. So if you have your mirror set and you hit apply, and then you get out of it, what you see down here is that we have a group, And you are familiar with the film strip if you've used the program before, but this shows you the different parts of the design. And I can go up to ungroup there and ungroup it. And now you see the two separate parts, 1, 2, and you can click on one or the other. So earlier I said while you're in mirror, it won't let you offset. But if you ungroup, you can offset the two names. As I said, I tend to do it the other way, just swirling things around. But if you want your capital letters on the same end, whoops, sorry. Anytime I touch my highlighter, I'm getting my iPad tools. You can offset if you go down here to the film strip and you click on only one of the items. Isn't that cool?